law student or doing a company secretary course, or anyone who is looking forward for a career in corporate law, then this video is for you. I have slightly different perspective about the experiences I go through, and this video is about the same. And if you choose to stay till the end of this monologue, boom, you'll thank me. Let me tell you how. For those who have no idea what RoC is, it comes under the purview of Ministry of Corporate Affairs. So साधारण भाषा में कहूँ तो ये companies का तहसील ऑफिस है. Now let me address the burning question. See, as a trainee, what type of work can we expect at RoC? For that, understand that RoCs play a dual role. Number one, they act as a coordinator between the companies, LLPs and the ministry. And secondly, they carry out inquiry, inspection, investigation upon the companies, LLPs. Now, I was part of the watchdogs role. Basically, I was a part of the inquiry and investigation. So let me explain you what it looks like. So while doing an IPO inquiry of, let's say, an IPO dated 2011, I went through every financial statement filed from that year. I went through every e-forms filed from that year. वो तो करना ही है. Plus, read every e-form documents, IPO documents, and in that process, you understand so much about the company. So I can say that in my entire tenure, I have never filed a single e-form, but I have reviewed easily more than 100 plus e-forms. Yes, I can say that I have never filed a single financial statements in this entire tenure of 6 months, but I have reviewed more than 30 plus financial statements of companies which have been charged for money laundering, some for creative accounting, and some for even shell existence. This is what RoC prepares you for. It gives you a broader perspective of what happens in the economy, and you get to have a bird eye view, including the IPO things, the non-IPO things. Now, let me take you to one of the very interesting part of the tenure, which was investigation. So fortunately, among the batch of trainees, I was alone given a part, or I could say an opportunity to be a part of the investigation. During this entire tenure, while I was helping my officer in this investigation, I felt that litigation kick. See, who wouldn't love to be a part of something that is non-secretarial, that is dynamic, and which pushes you to think beyond the typical school reasoning? So yes, we have done inquiries, we have done investigations. Also, how can't we mention the fact that I have been a part of the merger representations also. So we know that an RoC has to give representation of the mergers that is being happening. So even reviewing the merger, going through the scheme of arrangements, all of those things have shaped me into being a better professional. It has given me an idea of how corporate law works, both how glamorous a corporate law can be and how tedious it can be. So this is all that you would experience at RoC. Now, the last question. Does this directly helps you as a company secretary? No. So then I have a question for you. Does learning algebra help you in your career today? Yes. Do you know how? It helped you in building a solid quantitative reasoning that is now helping you to derive mathematical answers easily. It has somewhere got you that quantitative skill. This same applies for RoC. When you go through these documents, when you interact with ICLS officers, when you get to understand the sensitivity of a summon, when you actually be a part of those summons and you see the directors and officers answering those questions, when you see some of those actually breaking down and answering some of the questions that can lead them into trouble, these all experiences teaches you how you can be a better professional, how you can serve the industry in a more better way, and how in the truest sense you can actually justify the word company secretary, because you have lived every phase of life, right from how things begin with at RoC, then at a company, then at a firm. So people who proclaim that one should actually work for 21 months at a single place, I am sorry boss, I am not a promoter of this ideology. I believe that in the entire 21 months, one should actually get to experience part of everything, so that he really have at least a little exposure of what happens. So the next time when he visits this place, the next time when he talks with an ICLS officer, the next time when his company gets into an inquiry and now he will have to assist the company, then he gets to understand the behavior, he gets to understand the seriousness, and he gets to understand how to deal into this situation. Now, let me get straight to the answer. How can you apply as a CS trainee at ROCs? The first thing that I really want to answer is, not every ROC will give you the same exposure. See, ROC Mumbai, ROC Delhi, all of these cities have companies which are major in numbers. Plus, they are bigger in size. So the level of sensitivity and the level of cases that we get to see here, both of inquiries, IPO, investigation, merger, they are huge in numbers, and they are something that can be studied from a trainee perspective. So if you are thinking of joining at ROCs for a smaller city, I think you should then reconsider your decision. But if you can to do this in Mumbai or in Delhi, then I just cannot emphasize how great experience you will have here, given the scenario that you have that perspective. Because I have always been that promoter. Even if I'll give you the same document, the perspective with which you will read those documents and the perspective with which I will read those documents will be very different. So having that perspective in mind and then going through the training opportunities will really help you. Now, the next question: how can I apply to be a trainee at ROC? See, there are two ways. Number one, you can be a legal trainee, or number two, you can be a CS trainee. For CS trainees, the best thing is you always have your own placement portal. In those placement portal, you will find a tab which is government trainings tab, and under those tab, you will find the opportunities to apply at ROC or RD, that is the regional director. As a legal trainee, you will have to approach the ROC, and then you'll have to see whether that particular ROC have provision or not for having legal trainees as a part of their team. Here at ROC Mumbai, yes, they do accept applications for legal trainees as well, which is for 2 months, right? So this was all about the ROC experience. As so far you guys have voted, like I dropped a post on LinkedIn whether I should make a video or not about this, and you guys, like 122 people made this video. So thank you so much for that. I hope this video really helped you in solving all your doubts. I hope this reaches out to the entire CS and legal community, and this is the video that you should consider while thinking whether you should go at ROC or not.
I'm trying to fly high, but I'm not a pilot, can't deny it. There's some days I feel idiotic, just a product of a system where you're lucky just to make $1. That ain't gonna stop me, cause my grind's